This is so awesome.
It's very nice.
So, Stel, maybe for the end of my video here, you might say a little bit about who Aggelos is and...
Well, Aggelos is about 60 years old. He was born here in Yerusalem. His father, his name was Asterios, and he was a great chanter and singer. And he was those helpers in church. He died, I think, fairly young, around 65. Aggelos started as an apprentice to somebody who was in charge of plumbing for the village. And he learned plumbing from that guy who died very young, around 55, from alcohol. He drank a lot of beer. Every time you saw him on the streets, you would have a bottle of beer, drinking beer. And right now, after all these years, he spent a lot of time in Mountain Athos, learning iconography from some of the monks. And he's been practicing this art of iconography for a long time. And about 10, 15 years ago, he started building the church here, which is called Zoonokos Pigi, life-giving spring. That's another name for Madonna. And he is working for the municipality here. He's in charge of reading the water meters. And so I asked him what's going to happen when he retires. He's 60 years old. I think by the time he's 65, he should retire. What's going to happen here? Whether the city will let him stay here. And he thinks that they will let him stay here because he thinks, he says, that the property of the little church is his, which I sort of doubt it, but I take the word for it. As you know, he's a real character. He gives people the impression that he is sort of half crazy, but I think he's about twice as smart as the average guy from Yerusalem. Very pleasant fellow. Unfortunately, he's married to a girl from Homati who is very introvert, great introvert. She doesn't want to go anywhere. And if she goes, she just sits in the corner there, having the pizza, and as soon as the pizza is finished, goes home. Aggelos exactly the opposite. He doesn't like to stay home. He wants to be out all the time. So people around here think that he is the worst husband and worst father. But believe it or not, he has educated both of his kids. His daughter spent 2 years learning paralegal, and his son just finished the University of Athens in German literature. Yeah, Stelios. He's an expert in German literature. Overall, I mean, he went through some rough times. Most of the people who come here, they think he's my brother because we looked quite a lot when I was young. I looked like him. And my mother, of course, she always calls him for coffee because she said, "You remind me of my little Chingus." That's me, little Stelios. So, and as I told you one time, this friend of mine, Athens, said, "We want to visit you in Yerusalem. We didn't find you, but we found your brother." And we had got drunk, run around all night long. I said, "It's impossible. My brother doesn't drink." "Well, Aggelos is a big..." Oh, I said, "I know."
Well,
So that's the story of Aggelos.
okay, well, let me say that the reason that we really came up here today, we've come several times, is because our friend Helena from Potsdam had heard about Aggelos and his paintings, and she's here right now, so I'm just going to ask her if she has some immediate impressions now that she's seen his studio and also had a chance to see his church. So this is Helena.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah. Any impressions now that you've seen?
I think it's a wonderful place, and it's really interesting how he paints everything, how he's into that colors, the nature, and for me it's really hard to express what I feel in English, but I think it's a wonderful place. I'm really happy that I came up here.
Great. Thank you, Helena. She's here.
That's the girl that created the water of Troy.
Yeah, this is Helen of Troy.
Because Paris,
Paris.
my son,
Yeah, Stormy.
seduced the wife of Manila, the king of Sparta. He was married to beautiful Helena. And he seduced her to go to Trier. And that's where the war started.
Okay. Well, now I'm going to turn off the camera with thanks to Aggelos and Helena and Stelios. And later on, I'll share this little video with everyone.
This is Plobari.
And we're going to have with Aggelos a little ouzo. The brand name is Plumari. So we're just going to...
He's got his own siporo.
And he has his own siporo, which is pretty heavy duty.
All right.
All right.
I always have hard time with this damn Plobari.
So, Jaden, we're up here at Aggelos.
Look at this,
And,
Jaden.
yeah. And there are cats. Well, she was up here, so maybe she saw this cat when she was here. Yeah, she'll like this if I send her a little movie. And Jaden, we need to tell you that we've seen little Jaden up at the house, and your papu has been feeding her.
Never found it.